Today I have come up with English worksheet which helps you to prepare for the assessment. Let us begin. Here the question is, write the first letter of each picture. You have to write the letter in capital. Here some pictures are there. You have to write the first letter of these pictures. Here the first picture is balloon. You have to write the first letter of balloon. With which letter balloon starts? For that you have to observe the first sound of the balloon. What is the first sound of balloon? Ba. Which letter gives ba sound? B. B says ba. B says ba. Letter B gives ba sound. B for balloon. What is the first sound of the balloon? Ba. Which letter is giving ba sound? B letter. So we have to write here B for balloon. B we have to write here. We have to write the first letter of balloon, that is B. Let us write. We have to write the letters in capital. B for balloon. Done. Next. Here the next picture is jug. What is the first letter of jug? For that you have to observe the first sound of jug. What is the first sound of jug? J. Which letter gives the J sound? J. J says J. J says J. So here in the jug, what is the first sound you are listening? J. Which letter is giving J sound? J. So J for jug. J for jug. So you have to write letter J. What is the first letter of jug? J. J for jug. So let us write the first letter of jug is J. J for jug. J for jug. Next. Here the next picture is fish. We have to write the first letter of fish. What is the first letter of fish? For that you have to observe the first sound of fish. What is the first sound of fish? Which letter gives sound? F. F letter gives sound. F says F says. So in the fish, the first sound is letter F is giving sound. So we have to write letter F here. F for fish. F for fish. F for fish. Fish starts with letter F. Next. Here the next picture is hat. Hat starts with which letter? For that, you have to observe the first sound of hat. What is the first sound of hat? H. Which letter gives H sound? H sound, which letter gives? H. H letter gives H sound. So what is the first sound you are listening in hat? H. Which letter is giving H sound? H. So H for hat. What is the first sound of hat? H. Which letter is giving H sound? H. So here you have to write the first letter of hat is H. H for hat. H for hat. Done. Next. Here the next picture is ink. You have to write the first letter of ink. For that you have to observe the first sound of ink. What is the first sound of ink? E. Which letter gives E sound? I. I letter gives E sound. In the ink, the first sound is E. Which letter is giving E sound? I. So I for ink. I for ink. So let's write I. In the ink, the first sound is E. Which letter is giving E sound? I. I says E. So we have to write the first letter of ink is I. I for ink. I for ink. Next picture. What is the next picture here? Duck. What is the first letter of duck? With which letter duck starts? For that you have to observe the sound of duck. You have to observe the first sound of duck. What is the first sound of duck? Da. Which letter gives da sound? D. D says da. D says da. In the duck, the first sound is da. Which letter is giving da sound? D. So you have to write the first letter of duck is D. D says da. So in the duck, the first sound is da. Da sound is giving which letter? D. So you have to write here D. D for duck. So let's write D for duck. The first letter of the duck is D. D for duck. Done. Let us repeat from the beginning. B for balloon. J for jug. F for fish. H for hat. I for ink. D for duck. Let us repeat one more time. B for balloon. J for jug. F for fish. H for hat. I for ink. D for duck. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos.